And welcome to my inspirational cafe. On the menu today, I'm serving Someday. You know, as a young lady growing up, I loved visiting my grandmother Charlotte. We sat in her cozy kitchen while she sipped on a Coca-Cola, and she gave me life lessons that I'll never forget, and I end up passing along to my children. My grandmother also loved to go shopping. Her and my Aunt Lois, they would shop at this store called Goldsmiths in Memphis, and it actually reminds you of the Dillards. And she purchased me these beautiful patent leather sandals. They had a little heel. And I wore those sandals until I couldn't wear them anymore. And one day we were talking in her kitchen, and she said, "Karen," and I said, "Yes, ma'am." She turned and she said, "You see that couch?" I said, "Yes." She said, "I'm going to replace that couch someday." And eventually she would. Someday. Someday is like a sedative. It will keep you in a deep sleep, and before you know it, 5 years have passed, 10 years have passed, 15 years have passed, 20 years have passed, and you realize while you're on your front porch, watching the sunset, drinking that tall glass of sweet tea, you, in some areas of your life, you someday your life away. Now, I want you to fill in the blank for me this morning. Someday, I'm going to lose 10 pounds. Someday I'm going to love again. Someday I'm going to start a food truck. Someday I'm going to open up a bakery. Someday I'm going to go back to school and become a nurse practitioner. Someday I'm going to remodel my home. Someday I'm going to paint my home. Someday I'm going to plant a garden. And someday I'm going to write a book. You see, I somedayed my life away, and I'll just give you a quick version of what happened to me. I became ill in 2011, and I talk about it in both of my books, Destiny and Girlfriends. I was rushed to the emergency room, and they discovered a strong tumor in my stomach, and my surgeon, just like they do in the movies, Dr. Alexander, came and sat near me in the hospital bed, and he said, "Mrs. Denach, we're going to have to test you for cancer, and if it's cancerous, it's going to change the game." And of course, when he left, I was stunned, I was in shock, I cried, and my life, I can tell you, flashed before me. And one of the things I had to face while I was in the hospital was that I failed to do what I really felt like I was called to do, as I had been writing for so many years. You see, I had allowed fear to make me someday my life away as an author and as an inspirational speaker. I was fearful. But after that, I mustered up the courage and the strength. And I can tell you, even with my legs trembling and even with fear and my heart racing and me crying many days, as I was in a lot of pain afterwards, and I had a lot of surgeries afterwards, and I'm still having some challenges. But I was determined. I felt like I was in the ring with a big gorilla, and it was little on me, fighting back, but I did. And I'm blessed to say, and I'm excited to say, I published 2 books. The first one is Girlfriends, which was birthed while I was in the hospital, and the second one is Destiny. And both of these books contain 100 of my original inspirational quotations and insights that I've written over the years, and you can purchase them on Amazon. I want to encourage you this morning. I want to encourage you to don't someday your life away. We must fight. We must believe in our dreams. And we must turn them into our realities. And you know what I find? It doesn't have to be big. Some of us have simple desires and goals, such as planting a garden, such as rearranging our living room. What I'm trying to get you to see this morning is, we often, without even realizing it, we allow someday to put us in a sleep. And when we wake up, we say, "You know what? I never accomplished that goal. I never accomplished my dream." So don't someday your life away. Turn your someday into today by doing the things that you desire to do. Now, I'm inviting you and your friends to follow me. Follow me on my Facebook page at Girlfriends the Book by Karen Denach, because I'm going to be posting additional inspirational quotations and insights during the week. And also follow me on Instagram at Karen's Inspirations. Now, I want to thank you this morning for tuning in. I want you to stay inspired, and I want you to have a great week. Until next time, this is Karen.